Now, everybody's always looking for that healthy snack that also tastes fantastic. And who better to turn to than the chef at the wonderful J. Corks in Greensburg, Mike Stewart. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, 5 times you've been at Flavors of Westmoreland. Number 2 on your own. Are you ready?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I couldn't be more ready, I'll tell you that much.
I'm so glad. Well, I am so excited to hear what you have planned for us today, which is a lettuce shrimp wrap.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm doing today is sort of oriental, if you will, black tiger lettuce wrap, black tiger shrimp lettuce wrap, if you will. Basically, you know, everyone's sometimes against the carbs and carbohydrates, so I took a fun way to get the bread out of the picture, give it a sort of a new vehicle, and something that's light, quick, and refreshing, and something that's right up our alley. So we're going to jump right in, if you don't mind, Jennifer.
Let's do it.
What we've got here is some 1620 black tiger shrimp, which is basically the size, and I'm just going to show you guys right now. It's as easy to pull the tail off, literally just pull it straight off.
How about that?
And what I'm going to do today is, you know, shrimp is an incredibly quick cook. So, you know, you could keep the shrimp whole, or you could do what I'm doing right now, and that's basically just pulling the tails off, and I'm going to give it a rough chop. Basically, the reason for that is I'm going to give uniformity in the bite. I'm going to be able to make sure it's not, you know, you're getting one whole big shrimp at once. You're going to be able to get what you need. And you know what, I think a little overcompensate. I think that should be enough. I'm going to give it right here. I got my gloves on, and always make sure when you're cutting shrimp or cutting a seafood, you want to make sure that's a different cutting board so you don't cross-contaminate.
Now, is this something we can try if we come to J. Corks?
You know what? I'll tell you what, if you come back there and you say you want a lettuce wrap, it's going to get made. I'll make it for you. You better believe it. But like I said, it's just going to be a quick chop, and I'm going to put that just to the side until we're ready. Take my gloves off here.
Okay.
And I'm going to start heating up the pan here.
Okay.
Let's see, front, right?
You want a really hot pan for seafood?
You know, honestly, anytime you're cooking a protein or whatnot, you always want hot pan, cold oil. So what I'm going to do is just sort of get it going. But like I said, shrimp cooks real quick. So I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to overcompensate and have too hot of a heat. I'm not looking for a crazy sear or anything like that. Just looking to move forward with a little bit of heat just so we can put it together. If you know, I'm going to jump into the rest of our mise en place here.
Absolutely.
Basically, like I said, it's nice, quick, and simple. I've got some unblanched, unsalted peanuts here for a little bit of texture, a little bit of garlic, some green onion or scallions. These two right here are our Asian sesame slaw that we do at the restaurant. It's basically a carrot, cucumber, red onion, rice wine vinegar, and sugar mix with a little bit of sesame seeds. So that's going to be sort of our topper. And this is a teriyaki sauce, if you will. It's got a little bit of spice to it, and it's got a whole bunch of different ingredients that I'm going to make sure I get on the website for us, because if I start saying them right now, it's not going to be 10 minutes. It's going to be longer than that. So.
All right, we'll get you the recipe for that. But if you wanted to make it quickly, you could probably buy some Asian slaw.
Absolutely.
You could probably buy some sauce.
Absolutely.
That'll make it a little quicker.
Yeah, all those things. It's just basically, we like to do things from the homemade approach, but at the same time, you could pretty much make this any topper you want or anything like you like that. Good. So let's see, I'm just sort of waiting for the pan to heat up a little bit here. And while we're waiting for the pan, let me just take a look to show you over here, Jen. We've got some Boston Bib lettuce, and this is going to be what we're going to use for the lettuce wrap. Now, the Boston Bib actually is a member of the sunflower family, and it's a buttery or a butterhead type lettuce. It's got great texture. It's got a sweet, mild, and almost nutty flavor to it. So everything's going to work really well when it comes together. You know, you've got just this little bit for the, like I said, the vehicle, and it should give it a really nice, crisp, refreshing taste to it. And while I'm waiting for the pan to heat up too, a philosophy and something that I use and something that's important to me when dealing with Asian foods is simplicity is purity. It all comes down to just the clean nature of the taste. You know, I'm not going to be adding any salt or anything extra, because there's in the low sodium soy sauce that's in this sauce, it's going to have enough kick and enough a little bit extra flavor so you don't have to overpower.
Perfect, that's what I want to hear.
So right now we got our pan starting to heat up lightly. So like I said, hot pan and cold oil always. So I want to get that a little bit in there, right there. And since the shrimp is usually a really quick cook, I'm going to probably start with a little bit of the aromatic here and just add some garlic and get this started. Sort of stir that up a little bit. Now, we don't want the garlic to brown, or you don't want it to get too crazy, so you're going to want to keep an eye on it. But at the same time, you want to have it open up and really let some of those aromas start coming in. Now I'm going to move over here. I'm going to grab my shrimp off the board, because like I said, there isn't much into this dish. So into the pool goes the black tiger shrimp. Give it just a little bit of a stir there.
Wow, that does cook fast.
It does. It starts to brown up, if you will, or get that color on it real quick. So I just want to make sure.
Now, what I think is so great about Asian cooking and seafood is that sometimes it takes some of that fishy flavor out of it.
Absolutely. And, you know, honestly, me personally, I am all about fish. It's my favorite food.
Is it?
So I am all about making sure that, you know, I treat the fish correctly and, you know, I use them correctly and understand the different flavor profiles. Because honestly, even if it wasn't Asian, it's all about regional cooking and understanding what you're cooking, understanding what you do. But right now, I'm going to jump straight in. I've got a little bit of these unblanched peanuts. I'm going to add them in for texture just so they start cooking up there.
Great idea.
And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let it sing with a little bit of our teriyaki sauce. Bring that all together. And like I said, that's, you know, we're not adding any flavors right now because, or any salt, if you will, because it just is not needed. It's just sort of like an extra, if you will. So everything, all the flavors are marrying together on their own right now. So I'm going to sort of just let that cook off a little bit. Let the shrimp finish. And as you can see, Jennifer, this is, I mean, we're talking minutes.
Minutes.
This is done. Minutes,
I love
this is done. Absolutely. Quick and straight to it.
I can't say I've ever cooked with peanuts. And
Now,
I think it's
one
great.
thing I'll say, when I get the recipe on there for everyone at home, the one thing I will say is that there is some sugar in the sauce. So whenever you're cooking, you know, the sugars have a tendency to caramelize or burn if you're not careful to the
Gotta be
bottom of the
careful.
pan. So you always have to watch, you know, the way you're using the heat in your pan and the understanding and the respect, basically, of everything. I'm going to finish.
I just got a lesson. I just got schooled.
I'm not trying to school. I'm just trying to help out.
Don't burn the shrimp, is what you said.
But right now what I'm going to do is, this is green onion, and I'm just going to throw this in there a little bit for color, just for the end there. So I'm going to give that a mix together. I am going to put this down here.
Okay.
And we're going to go over here and we're going to assemble the final product for our Boston lettuce wraps here.
All right.
We're ready to put this beautiful little lettuce wrap together. I've got some of this Boston bib here, and I'm literally just going to take some pieces off. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right on our serving plate here to help you out. Straight on the serving plate, we're going to go grab our shrimp mixture with some peanuts, scallions. Real simple, real nice, clean. Put this back down. Like I was explaining earlier, we have our Asian sesame slaw, and I've just got a little bit right here just for garnish and texture. Throw a little bit more on here. And right there is a black tiger shrimp lettuce wrap.
That looks fantastic. I think we need to have a bite.
I think we probably do
I
need
think
to have
we
a
do.
bite. Let's go in here.
All right. Let's see.
You got yours? We got some good ones, right?
I got a good one.
Romaine lettuce sometimes is the best lettuce, but I just, for the texture and look, this is it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. God, you gotta love it.
I love it. And I love working with you.
Thank you very much.
We're very lucky to
I'm
have
gonna
you.
squeeze in here real quick.
He's going to get himself a paper towel as well. This is a great recipe to try at home. And anyone who's sitting at your table for Flavors of Westmoreland is going to be very lucky. Thanks for all you do for the Liver Foundation.
Hey, I can't wait, and I can't wait to help everyone out for the Liver Foundation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.